Yeah, I'm speaking. Yeah, we're going out.
Right, so the stream is live.
How long we got?
Less than a minute. So, is it live? So your video is live, your viewers are going higher. I'm going to leave it all to you now.
One,
Rosie,
two,
you've got less than
3.
30 seconds.
Okay, guys, I need someone to count me down.
We need a floor manager to count it down.
Let's get rolling.
So you need to be ready with his microphone, remember. So whoever's counting down, don't count from 3. Don't do it in silent or else his mic will hear.
You need to have 5.
Yeah. Amazing.
So have we got anyone with a countdown?
Hello and good afternoon to Staffordshire University. Just before you go out and get your Christmas shopping done, make sure you come down to the Science Centre here in Stoke-on-Trent so that we've got our open day for you, where we'll be lifting the lid on everything Staffs University, whether that's Students' Union, the Student Ambassadors or accommodation with the Res Life team. But first and foremost, let's go along to see what the Student Ambassadors are all about here at Staffordshire University.
And I am a student ambassador. I study psychology and counselling and I'm in my final year.
My name is Marlon Judith and I'm a student ambassador studying international business management.
Hi, my name is Ethan and I'm a student ambassador and I do education studies.
Hi, I'm Holly. I am a master's student at Staffordshire University. So I studied forensic investigation and I'm now doing a master's in applied research.
So I became a student ambassador because I felt like that was a big part of why I came to the uni in the first place, and I kind of wanted to give that back. And also being a student ambassador and working in the uni means that it's easier to kind of work around your studies, which it's much more difficult to do if you say work in retail or somewhere else in town. So it's really great to kind of balance your work and your uni life by being an ambassador. And also the pay is really good, and also you meet a lot of different people from like different courses. You get whooped a lot if you're graduating, which is absolutely incredible. And it's just overall a great experience, and I'd really recommend it for anyone.
So being a student ambassador is a really cool position to be in because I'm actually in a unique position where I can provide my own experiences to potential students. I've gained so many things from it, so I've greatly improved my communication skills. I currently do the student live talks at the open days, just talking about my own experiences, which has greatly helped me for my presentation skills, and I've actually gotten a lot of job opportunities working as a student ambassador.
So I went in to be a student ambassador because I needed the money as a part-time job, but I also did it to also get to know some students and also get to know the university a bit more, and it sort of gives me the know-how and the expertise to sort of navigate through going through university a lot easier.
So I think it's really important to have ambassadors because it gives upcoming students an idea of what it's like to actually live as a student, rather than just speaking to members of staff. I personally did it because I think it's a great experience and it's really nice working with other students.
Whilst you're here today, make sure you check out the campus tours. They'll be going on throughout the rest of the day. The ambassadors will take you around, they'll show you the sports centre, they'll show you the library, They'll show you the different departments that you might be interested in, to make sure you're getting on that. Make sure you check out the accommodation tours, the different types of accommodation on campus, and you might even see a few that are across the road as well. And make sure you just get a really good feel of the environment of the campus, because obviously we've got 2 parts, so it'll be really great to get around, check out the time, go to the subject talks, ask questions from the different lecturers, people who specialise in different courses, and just try and get the most out of the day. It'll be a really great experience for you.
So whilst you're here today, be sure to check out the campus tour and actually see the campus. I know a lot of people might think that's a bit of a chore, and it's like I'm just interested in the classroom that I'm going to be going to, but it's actually really important to actually see the university that you might be here for potentially 4 years, so I definitely recommend that. I also recommend just talking to any student ambassador and just asking them about their experiences at the university, asking them about the lecturers, the teaching style, and I also very, very much so recommend checking out the student union, finding out some of the societies that we have on offer, because that's actually a big way that you're going to meet a lot of friends and a lot of people aside from work.
Make sure you do go to all of the events and all of the talks that are within the university, and go and have a look at all the buildings and all the facilities, because that'll give you sort of an edge to have a better knowledge of what's going on in the university. And it's very important, because then you can also get to know more people and understand how the university works foremost.
So whilst you're here today, make sure that you ask loads of questions, go and speak to the possible lecturers that you're going to go and meet, and go to the Ember Lounge, have a little look around there. Yeah, have fun, ask lots of questions.
Thank you for joining us today. So just a bit of background on yourself. Obviously, where have you come from today? Obviously, what year are you in and what course are you studying?
So my name's Natalie. I am a 3rd and final year film production technology student, and I'm at the open day today because I am a student communications ambassador, which means I basically represent the students at the university online, but also here as well today, so I can post things to Instagram and Twitter to show people what they are missing.
And why is that so important, being such an integral part of that communications team?
Well, everything's online nowadays, you know this. So when people search for Staffordshire University, if they are potential students, it's no good if all they're seeing is a corporate website. So us as the student communications ambassadors, we basically create sort of a fuller picture of staffs. There's 8 of us. We're all from very diverse backgrounds and different courses, and we represent the students here at Staffs, what Staffs is all about, and that's really important for potential students to see and for the students here to feel represented.
Fantastic. And obviously, what made you actually want to be part of this social media team?
Well, before I came to Staffs, I came for the open day and I absolutely loved it, and then I got super excited about actually coming here for university, so I started to go on Facebook and YouTube and stuff like that to see if they had any videos, and they did. So I started watching the current student ambassadors doing their YouTube vlogs and stuff like that. So then when I got to uni, and in the January of my first year they advertised to be a student communications ambassador, I was like, right, this is my time. I love staffs and I want to represent staff, so that's why I decided to join.
That's truly amazing. Obviously now yourself, you cast your mind back to being a first year student, and even just before that being a prospective student. What would you give your advice to the current students who are walking around today looking to potentially come here at Staffordshire University in Stoke?
What I'd say is ask a lot of questions. A lot of universities are going to sort of present the same thing to you, especially if you're looking around at the same courses. So ask a lot of questions, make sure you find out as much as you can about the course, make sure it's the right place for you to study, and make sure it's the right thing that you want to do.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming in today. We really appreciate your time.
No worries, it's been absolutely brilliant.
So now let's take a look at one of the most integral parts of the university, the Students' Union, the direct link between students and staff and making sure the well-being is all where it needs to be. So let's head over and see what that is all about.
I'm here with Scott today. Hi Scott, can you tell me what your role is here?
So I'm the Vice President of the Students' Union. And essentially what that is it's a position that's elected by students to facilitate the student voice for students.
Brilliant. Why do you think joining the Students' Union is so important to future students?
It's really important to get your voice heard as a student, so whether that's issues on your course, whether that's anything that you want to suggest to improve Stafford University and make it even better than it already is.
Brilliant. Thank you. Back to you, Joe.
So let's find out a little bit more about the Students' Union as well. Apologies, I don't think that VT... Oh, is it ready? Apologies, I don't think that VT is quite ready yet, so apologies for the technical difficulties on our side. We'll be sure to keep you updated and make sure that is available once we're ready. And I think it should be ready just about now, so let's find out a little bit more about the Students' Union.
So I'm Mark, I am an engagement coordinator and I work for Stafford University Students' Union. Sustainability is really important to our members because it's shown over and over again that over 70% of our students want us to take action, but they also want us to help them take action to help the environment and make the world a bit more sustainable. Behind the scenes, we work every year on something called Green Impact Students' Union, which is our way of recording what we're doing to help the environment, and it's measured against other students' unions across the country. And we've been rated excellent every year, so it's really good the work we're doing. That's whether it's petitioning staff members in the university, whether it's out campaigning for our students, working with other companies and the council to help improve the community, things like that that help students make a difference in their lives. But we also have done lots of things on campus for students. The biggest kind of thing you'll see as a student at Staffs is our venues, our shops and our outlets. So over the last few years, we've worked to refurbish Ember Lounge, and we also did an upgrade in the Squeeze Box recently. And every time we make any changes, we are always putting in place some energy efficiency measures to help reduce the environmental impact of the outlets that we're running. So when we refurbished Ember Lounge, we saved over 5 kilowatts of energy just on light bulbs alone by changing to LED. Not only does that save us money from the energy bill, it saves carbon, but it also means we have to replace fewer bulbs too. It was the same affair in Squeeze Box, so we've replaced our fluorescent light bulbs with LED panels, and I think some of the cloud panels especially make the place look really nice. Operationally as well, Squeeze Box, the manager Keith down there, is really keen on reducing the impact of the products he's selling. We sell a lot of coffee through our shop, and that's a lot of paper cups that you're getting into the environment. So we recently switched to biodegradable, compostable paper cups, but also all of our smoothie cups are made of PLA, which is plant-based plastic, which is biodegradable as well as the straws. We recently switched from sachet sugar to pots of sugar to save paper and reduce the amount of resource we were using as well. So there's some real big changes been made in Squeeze Box which make it a really environmentally friendly cup of tea or coffee that you get. For this academic year, the officer team are our driving force for sustainability, and they've all got plans to help students live more sustainable lives. So Connor will be looking to work with the community to help make Shelton and around the university a nicer, more inviting place for students to live. Geeta will be helping you with lifestyle tips for a social media campaign. Aneda will be running Green Week and helping you with green events on campus. And Scott will be raising any sustainability issues with the board governors and SMT throughout the year when they crop up. Some of the other exciting things we've got going on. So we're currently working to become a hedgehog-friendly campus to help out one of Britain's prickliest mammals. And we are, in a few weeks' time, going to be planting some spring flowering bulbs just outside the Union, helping the place look a bit nicer in spring, but also to help pollinators and do our bit for biodiversity on campus. So students can get involved in a number of ways, whether they want to commit to being a part of a student group. We have some fantastic sustainability themed groups already. So Project Earth, run by former Vice President Steph Cairncross. We've got the Vegan and Vegetarian Society, and we've also got Growing Concern. And there's some fantastic groups that cover a range of sustainability issues that can help you improve your environmental impact. Students can also get involved and drop into the events that we're running as well. So like I say, we'll be planting some flowers on campus and you'll be able to just drop in and out as you want when you're going past. Sustainability isn't just a one-track issue, it covers everything from the way we live, to the way we do business, to the way we learn. So there's always something for everybody to find in there that they'll care about. What I would say is go have a look at the UN Sustainable Development Goals. There's 17 globally agreed goals to help make the planet a little bit of a better place, and try and incorporate them into your life. Some of the easiest things that students can do whilst they're at university: if you're living in halls, get involved with the Student Switch Off. It's a campaign run by NUS and SOS UK with the University Res Life team to reduce energy use in halls. There's a competition and you can win free Ben & Jerry's, so that's not bad. Also, when you're out and about and in our venues, you could choose to have a meat-free Monday maybe. We have run a loyalty scheme for that. When you're visiting our coffee shop, Squeeze Box, bring your own reusable mug, we'll give you 20p off. But also just find something that you care about. If you want to reduce your plastic use, for example, do some research, find some alternatives. But the best tip I can give you if you're trying to be more sustainable is don't beat yourself up when you can't be perfect. It can be a really difficult thing to choose to be more sustainable, so don't beat yourself up when things don't go right or you can't make the best choice yet. It's a small steps game, so you can improve little by little, day by day.
Fantastic. So that is all about sustainability at Staffordshire University, specifically with regards to the Students' Union. But as well as that, employability is a massive part of what the Students' Union actually offers towards students whilst they're here studying at Staffordshire University. It's based on campus, it's only seconds away from a train station. So if you're commuting students, that is no problem whatsoever. So the union also pays minimum wage. It obviously offers a lot of opportunities whether you want to be bar staff, your communications, and offers flexibility with around your course. So with regards to that, you can obviously, if you're studying here as well as working around, they sort the timetables for you. So it's all in the hands of the union to sort you out. So go and apply to the Students' Union to gain any experience working in the real world and for a chance to support your fellow staff and members. But for now, let's head down to Emily, who's downstairs here at the Science Centre at Staffordshire University, to find out a little bit more about it all.
Thanks, Joe. I'm here with Portia Bailey. Hi, Portia. What wellbeing support students? What wellbeing support services to students?
Range of wellbeing services here at the university. We've got the wellbeing advisors who can, meet with students and help them to develop strategies to look after their wellbeing. Because it is really important for everybody to look after their mental well-being, because if you're struggling with that, then everything else can be really challenging. Other support we have the disabled student support coordinators, and we also have a counselling team. Aside from that, you've got support within the university at the Students' Union as well, so it is quite broad. And we appreciate that everybody's support needs are different, so it won't be a one-size-fits-all at all.
It's so important for students to look after their mental health in general.
I think if your mental health isn't so brilliant, it can have an impact on how you see yourself, how you feel, your sense of belonging, how well you think you're going to achieve. It can impact on your studies and really if you don't look after your well-being.
And finally, what steps do you think students can take to help their mental health and well-being?
I think the first thing is, if you do feel that you're struggling, even if you think, no, it's nothing, it'll get better, seek that support, because with that support we can help you and you will ultimately have strategies to help yourself.
Great, thank you, Portia.
You're welcome.
Back to you, Joe.
Fantastic, thank you very much for that. So obviously, thank you, Emily, downstairs. Apologies for the audio difficulties there. We're here at the Science Centre at Staffordshire University. You never know what's quite going on in between these walls. But with regards to accommodation now here at Staffordshire University, it's always a massive first for a student to leave home for potentially the first time. And obviously here at Staffordshire University, there's on-campus accommodation as well as options with GreenPad. But here with accommodation, you can be quite a tricky choice. So Rhys Stevens is here and the rest of the team are here to help you to make that perfect choice right for you. Here's more.
Called your phone, woke up this morning, I didn't know.
Hi, my name's Rhys and I'm the accommodation officer at the university, so I look after all of the applications and allocations for accommodation. We have a number of different accommodation options at the university. We've got our League Road Halls, which is shared accommodation. We've got League Road Houses, which is another type of shared accommodation. And we also have ensuite options as well in Clarice Cliff and in College Court. Yeah, it's really easy to apply for accommodation. All you need is your 8-digit student number. You then head to the ResLife portal, register your account on there, follow the links to submit your application, and then it comes to me, and then we send your offer out. We have loads of great facilities really close to all the accommodation. We've got our on-campus gym, we've got laundrette facilities, we're really close to all the student union and the student hub. We've also got an on-campus nature reserve and then access to the rest of the campus, all really close to all of our accommodation.
On my own, yes, it feels amazing, and now I know I never needed you.
New students should choose to live on campus because we have loads of great advantages with our accommodation. It's right in the heart of the campus, so you've got access to all of the facilities and all of the teaching buildings, really close to all of the accommodation. All of your bills, communal TV license, internet, free gym membership is all included in your license fee, so you get access to all of those great facilities as well. The accommodation is really close to Hanley as well, so you've got all your nightlife and your shopping and restaurants and bars out there as well. And then it's really close to the train station, so you've got great connections into the rest of the country as well.
What is ResLife? So ResLife stands for Residence Life, and basically at ResLife what we do is we look after all first year students when they do arrive to us on campus. So we take part, we make events. So the main thing is the student life, so we want them to get involved as much as they can. So a part of ResLife is creating events, checking on them and making sure that they're settling very well.
And now I know I never needed you. But I just
So a part of ResLife, it's been rebranded, so we are mentors to them now. So what we do is we're there for their student support and well-being. So we do drop-ins, we do check-ins, and it's making sure that they feel okay, they're comfortable, they're happy, and they're basically getting what they want out of halls.
You could call me and be mine, but now I know just why
When I lived in halls last year, I didn't really get anything out of it. I had a lot of friends that lived in halls themselves that didn't enjoy it, and I kind of wanted to know, I kind of wanted to do more. I knew that if I was a part of it, because I'm a very social person, I know that I could go talk to people and kind of make it better, because I know from my own experience I kind of didn't want it to happen to other students in a way.
want you the way you needed me to, but you always let down.
So a part of ResLife we do, again, like I said, for mental health and support, we offer bullying meetings, so that way students don't feel anxious, like have a little chat about bullying, we offer those also private events on campus. So we do hall competitions, so we do decorating, we do craft balloons, we do the little events to basically get everyone together just so they can have fun and hang out. I think the best thing about ResLife is all the students I meet, because I could go into a hall once and then they'll remember me then on forever. I can go out and they'll be like, oh, it's you, and they know that it doesn't matter if I'm in uniform or not, they can come up to talk to me. So I think just being able to engage with them and just know that I'm a friendly face that I can go up to, it's a really nice feeling to have. When you leave home, when you're on a campus, you're all kind of together, you're all going through the exact same experiences, you're kind of not isolating yourself. Even if you live in the ensuite accommodation, which has less people to a block, you're still getting out, you're still being a bit more social, because you know you're kind of independent, but you can rely on your flatmates. It's a great way to meet other people, get involved. Maybe if you don't want to join sports teams or other societies, you know that you've got your flat and they turn into your family sometimes.
You're only lonely when the sun shines.
It's going to be very scary. I myself was terrified that I'm away from home, I can't really cook, I'm barely a clean person, but it's going to be one of the best times of your life. There's always going to be someone you can talk to, and there's always something you can be able to do. It's a big step, but it's one of the best steps you'll ever take, and you won't regret it.
You're only lonely when the sun shines.
Fantastic. So another thing that we're championing here at Staffordshire University is sport, and obviously not just sport within the men's game but the women's game as well. Varsity is only just around the corner coming into 2020. We're December now, but of course everyone is preparing for that, whatever sport you're doing. But women in sport is a massive part of what we do here at Staffordshire University. So here is a little bit more about the women in sport. Apologies for the sound issues on that one. We'll make sure we get that back to you in its full and fledged ability. But for now, let's head down to Emily as she has a little bit more about the accommodation tours that are available today at the open day.
This is our Res Live tours. Can you tell us a bit about the tours going on today?
Hello. So yes, we'll be taking a group of 20 to 25 students along the campus to the accommodations. So Leek Road houses, one of the accommodation blocks which is Spode, and there's a self-guided tour over to Clarice, so the students can get an idea of what the accommodation's like.
Can you tell us, is this important for future students to go on?
I believe that it's very important because the students can get an idea of what the accommodation looks like, where it's based, and what they sort of background they'll be living in when they move to uni.
What should future students look out for when they're taking these tours?
Personally, I think they should look out for how many people are going to be living with them roughly, whether it's a suite, what the communal area is like, and like personal preference to like where they want to go, sort of thing.
And finally, any advice for future students joining us in September?
I'd say make sure you come to more than one open day. Take a good look around and don't just make a rational decision, just make it like so you think about it a lot before you make that decision to make sure you're sure of where you want to go.
Brilliant, thanks very much Sophie. Back to you in the studio, Joe.
Fantastic, thank you so much for that, Emily, really appreciate that. Obviously right now I have a special guest here to talk a bit more about women's sport, as we mentioned earlier in the programme. Right now with me is Scott Tizard. Scott, thank you so much for joining us today. So just let's talk a little bit about something that you're involved in that I know is close to you, and what you do here at Staffordshire Uni is obviously the Fit and Fab programme. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, the whole idea of Fit and Fab is essentially trying to get women closer into sport and being like less afraid of going into sport. Mm-hmm. So the unis run like lots and lots of different free sessions for women that they can go and join in. It's only women there. There's no like stress that they have from like people being too good about it or anything like that.
And obviously, what is a part of this program? What is available for people to get involved in? What are the benefits?
What are the benefits? I think the main benefit, well, clearly the main benefit is having free sports sessions, but there are I think there are deeper benefits of like women being less afraid to go into sports because they're not in an environment that's like too, I don't know, like there's no toxic masculinity or any of that rubbish. It's just like a bunch of women in a room trying to do sports.
You want to just create a freedom of an environment where everyone can feel
Exactly,
welcome
yeah.
and obviously communicate as well, because obviously the social side of it is massively important.
Exactly.
So obviously coming forward from that, obviously, how did you actually get involved with Fit and Fab?
Oh, well, last year I was with the other committee members. We were setting up a boxing society, and the uni approached us and asked us if we would like to run box fit sessions for Fit and Fab, and obviously we said yes because it's a very good opportunity to like tackle sexism in sport.
Amazing. Obviously, varsity's only around the corner.
Yeah.
We keep talking about that. I know you as an avid sportsman yourself, that
Yeah.
you're very excited for
Oh.
that. Obviously, what advice do you actually give to students who are not necessarily currently involved? Obviously, coming back from Christmas, may want to get involved with sport a little bit more. How would you advise people to do that and obviously encourage them to get back into it?
I definitely think you should just go ahead and do it. Like, you should come down to the societies fair, look around at all the different societies that are there. Definitely come to boxing. You should definitely, you know, definitely, obviously, boxing is where you should be at first. But you should look around at the different sports that are there and just see what's there for you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, you too.
So, moving on now, we've got a little bit more coming your way. Obviously, we've got a lot from the technical department here at Staffordshire University. So, let's find out a little bit more about what they have to offer and their integral part of everyone's degree here at Staffordshire University. What we'll do here at Staffordshire University, we'll make sure that all those links and all those videos that you've seen today that have had any audio difficulties, that will be available online at a later point with full sound, so you can see them in all of their flying colours. I know a lot of students here at Staffordshire University have put a lot of effort into those, so we'll make sure they go up so you're not missing anything. But for now, let's throw over to Emily Woodward, who has been taking a look at the tech team themselves and having a go.
That you brought along with you today?
Yeah, sure. So the students are using what's called our portable production unit, and that is our vision mixer, our sound desk. We've got some lights, and they've got a camera, or they've got 3 cameras. And one of the cameras that they're using is this camera here, which is a Canon C500. It's a fantastic camera. Part of my job role means that I train students on how to use this kit, and then they bring it out and work in a real-world environment as they're doing today.
Brilliant. Thank you for that insight. That's all we have time for today. Back to you, Joe, in the studio.
Thank you very much, Emily, for that. I appreciate that. So right now we're all finished up here at the Science Centre, but there's so much more on offer. So make sure you head down for the rest of the open day just before you get all your Christmas shopping wrapped up this evening. That's all from me, Joe Williams. That's all from us here at Staffordshire University. We hope you have a lovely afternoon and a safe drive back to wherever you come from. Thank you very much for visiting.